This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, places, events, locales, and incidents are either the products of the imagination or used in a fictitious manner.
When I first met Harris, he was real big into like UFOs and, conspiracies and all this stuff. And I was fully, I was not into it at all. I remember we talked about, what's that big 9/11 movie?
Fahrenheit 9/11?
No. The one that's like, the really famous conspiracy movie. It was like on YouTube.
Zeitgeist.
We talked about Zeitgeist, and I was like, Zeitgeist looked lame. Oh, Zeitgeist sucks. And you were like, no, dude, you're a fucking idiot. Like, Zeitgeist rules. And then, like, all these years later, I ended up watching it, and I was like, damn, Harris was fucking right as shit. This Zeitgeist is amazing.
Zeitgeist is amazing.
He was, and like, Harris was like, oh, I love it. He wasn't like, I love aliens. No, he said, Harris was like, aliens are real. And I was like, aliens aren't real. We argued about that a little bit. I remember very vividly. All these years later, I'm sold on aliens. And I'm like, damn, Harris was right again. He was right the whole time. Dude, so, okay. So now you're watching a new alien doc. What kind of aliens shit are you watching?
Oh, man, bro. I'm watching something about the Annunaki, bro.
Okay.
And it's just...
Where are you watching this? Like History Channel or Netflix or YouTube?
Hulu.
Okay.
Hulu.
Yeah.
And
So the Anunnaki are like it's like the idea that these ancient aliens came to Earth way long ass time ago. They saw a bunch of monkeys. They gave them brain powers to make them into humans. That's why there's all this art all around the world from different cultures that looks the same, has like the same glyphs and symbols and shit, right? Where
that sounds familiar. I wasn't aware of some of that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's because like if you look, it's shit like, and I'm totally being vague on specifics here, but the whole show, like Ancient Aliens, with the crazy haired guy on the History Channel, is all about this. It's like the theory, the ancient alien theory, which is that these super advanced race came down and either talked to humans already or like leveled up some monkeys into the next level. And they basically went around to all the different countries. So that's why there's art and symbols and shapes and stories in all these different portions of the world that could have never come into contact with each other way before they would have ever met. So it's like there's like myths and legends that are very similar in like Mesopotamia to like South America from hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Right.
It's like they could have never like met ever. And that's the whole idea behind these ancient aliens, right? So is that kind of what you were seeing in your Annunaki movie? Because I know the Annunaki is like that's supposed to be the super advanced race that like came down here, right?
Right. And some of it is kind of like that. And then you start to get really engaged. The part that throws me off is they'll be talking about something like that and they'll be saying, okay, look, like whatever, these civilizations have been here before and linked us, and then we've had maybe like nuclear winters that destroyed our intelligent civilizations, but we've been here before. They're writing about it in like ancient Indian scripture, and maybe their scripture is similar to Egyptian scripture. It all sounds kind of almost real, and then all of a sudden they start saying, just out of nowhere, right turn, oh hey, the people in charge are these lizard people that can shapeshift and morph into different people, humanoid, looking like the presidents.
Whoa.
And they start to lose me. I watched
the reptilians, right? The reptilians?
Is that what they're called? The reptilians.
Yeah.
And it's a shame they take such a hardcore, right turn or whatever however you want to call it, because some of the stuff like the Vril Society or the Vril Society is really fascinating.
What is that? What is the Vril Society?
That's the occult of the Nazi occult.
Nazis were real big on that. Nazis
apparently
were real big into popping those pills and turning up with some evil magic, dude.
Yeah, and man, it's all about that. It's all about that evil magic, dark magic, and like having psychics talk to aliens and some weird stuff. And I'm Jewish. I'm not a fan of the Nazis, but it's just like crazy. Like when they pull out like what they claim to be like old blueprints, and they show this like saucers, and I'm a fan of like modern day saucers, people seeing that stuff too. So I don't know, like where.
Bro, you ever seen a flying saucer?
I've seen flying saucers.
Let's talk about our flying saucer stories. You go first.
I was at the park with a bunch of friends of mine. We were all getting high and drunk.
Where?
And whatever. Dolores Park, San Francisco.
Okay.
And I think I was about 17. And I was with all my friends, and we looked up and we saw these orbs in the sky, which was not uncommon for Dolores Park.
What do you mean? So people
like,
see orbs there?
People see orbs there.
Had you heard about that before?
Someone was telling me about it while we saw it.
Really?
Yeah, and there was like a yellow orb and an orange orb, and they were like moving around in the sky, like they just chose where they wanted to go. And one of the orbs swallowed another one of the orbs.
Yo,
it was
lit.
so weird.
Dude, that's sick. How big and how far away were they? Could you tell at all?
They were a ways away, but it was like maybe closer than a plane. But
okay. How big are the orbs? Like star size? Like are they like star size? Bigger than a star appeared in the sky?
Definitely, like bigger because they were closer.
Yeah.
But definitely, maybe not even as big as an airplane. But just closer.
That's still really big, dude. I mean,
yeah,
airplanes are really big.
Yeah.
So these things appear, they pop up. How many people saw them?
Oh, dude, like the whole group we were with, like almost 20 people.
20 people saw this?
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah. Well, and it was over San Francisco, so you can imagine.
So what do you think that was?
I still don't know.
If you had to guess, what do you think? There's obviously no wrong answer. What do you think those were? Like some kind of alien craft or something different?
Yeah, some sort of alien technology. Or some sort of unidentified government technology.
That's true too. That's definitely a possibility. So, I mean, how long were they there for? Do you remember?
Oh man, they were there like hanging out with us for a good probably 20 minutes.
Wow. Dude, that's insane. Yeah. I mean, how do you even explain that to somebody? Like, did you tell people about that besides me?
Yeah, I've told people. I've told my father, probably talked to other random people about it.
I guess because there's 20 people, it's less of a like, no one's going to believe me kind of thing. And I'm going to seem nuts.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like imagine if you saw that by yourself, like you'd feel like, No,
when we have the trimmer on, my friend who's a trimmer, I can ask him because he was probably there.
Dude, yes, perfect. So we'll have an upcoming guest confirm or deny Harris's alien story. Is that the only time you've seen flying saucers?
One time I saw like a couple blimps in the sky, and they were moving in a certain way that doesn't seem like blimps usually move. They were moving like zigzag and backwards and up and down.
Really? Where was this?
That was at the same park.
Dude, this park is popping.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Dolores Park in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So any listeners who are looking to see some crazy shit, check out Dolores Park in San Fran. I'm sure you'll also see some shit on the ground. Dude,
there might be a Facebook group. Yeah, there might be a Facebook group for sightings for people like that.
Dolores, I'm going to Google Dolores Park alien. Okay. The top result, go topless at Dolores Park, maybe see aliens. So
that's San Francisco.
that begs the question, were you guys topless?
Oh, I was.
Okay, nice.
I think you have to be topless to see the aliens.
I mean, dude, the aliens, they only come down for a show,
Yeah, that's right. The orbs are probably just toys. They're just like, all right, see the orbs, la la la. I get topless, see the orbs.
I mean, you have to wonder if there's like multiple kinds of aliens, right? There's the Annunaki, like the super advanced ones. Then you just have these orb guys that are like, nope, I'm a flying orb. Like they're kind of like the goofy aliens, just little light balls. They just fly.
Right.
And they're
do they interact with each other,
Yeah, dude. I wonder. It's like, oh, the Annunaki are coming now. Let's go. You know, I don't know, dude. You gotta wonder. I saw. So my only UFO experience was almost a year ago, around New Year's. Um, Me and my girl were up in Malibu, staying at this Airbnb that was on a hillside, like overlooking the ocean and shit. So you could see the ocean and all these hills and the stars and stuff at night. And it was like totally dark. You could see the lights of the city in the distance. And I'd low key been wishing for a UFO experience the whole trip. So I don't know if I like summoned them with my mind or what, but low key I'd been kind of hoping for some UFOs because at that point I was listening to a shitload of like UFO Bigfoot podcasts and stuff like that. Not that I'm still not, but I'd really gotten into it. So I was like really kind of low key hoping once I saw how many stars there were. And dude, so we get out there and we come back from a party one night. It's super dark. The Uber driver like gets lost. His phone stops working. So we got lost coming back. We're up in the mountains. There's no cell service. We get there. We have to walk this whole crazy way. We get back and we post up outside at like midnight on, it might have been New Year's. I think it was New Year's, like New Year's Eve or whatever. And so we're just posting up outside on this bench and there's this light in the distance, like over the mountain. And it looked just like a star, right? Like, so there's all these stars out. It looked like just another star. But then I was like, yo, is this star like getting brighter? And so we started looking at it and this star was like glowing brighter and then getting dimmer and then glowing brighter and getting dimmer in this pattern. And then eventually it lifted up and then just turned off. So it turns off, right? So I was like, yo, what the fuck was that? Like, that's kind of weird.
It is weird.
Then probably 2 minutes later, another one appears in a similar spot, but not the same spot. It turns on, gets brighter, gets dimmer, gets dimmer, gets brighter, gets brighter, gets dimmer, gets dimmer, turns off again. There's this palm tree in front of us, and there was a star right next to the palm tree. And I was like, yo, I think that one's moving too. So when we look at this other star, it starts moving and it lifts itself up, 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 and then boom, it turns off like a fucking light. Like when you turn off a light, dude.
Oh, that's weird.
Like super weird. Almost right as we noticed it, it turned off.
Whoa, that's creepy.
Yes, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was some weird shit. And then so after that, I looked it up. There's a lot of people that have UFO experiences in Malibu. It's like really common because people think the aliens like chill in the water and then they come and hide in the mountains and they use that to kind of spy on us or whatever. But yeah, dude. So that was my UFO experience. Still haven't been able to figure out what that shit was. But they just fucking turned off, dude. Like it turned off like someone was flickering off a light and it was a star. Like a star that someone just turned off. Not like
Did it look like far away like a star?
It was like a similar size to a star, but it wasn't a plane because it didn't like keep going where it's like, okay, it's going. I'm watching it. It's just like it's still, it lifts up a little bit, it goes up and then it just turns off. I was like so hyped after that happened. I was like juiced up, dude. I was like more excited. We went to this New Year's Eve party. I wasn't nearly as enthusiastic about that. Came back from the party, saw the UFOs. That got the party popping, dude. I was turned up.
Nice.
So hyped. Like, I don't know, man. It was super
weird. Well, there we
weird.
go, man. Aliens are awesome.
Dude, aliens rule, dude. Shouts to the Anunnaki.
Shout outs. We're sponsored by the Anunnaki, actually.
Go to Meet Annie, where it's an alien dating service. Whether you're an orb or you're an ancient godly race that birthed us, you can find love. So
yes.
Use our code. What's our coupon code? Use our coupon code BIGHEAD to get 30% off. All right. And I think with that, we can close out the old cast. Yep. Signing off from the forest. It's me, Charles.
Yep, and me, Harris.
All right. Adios.
Whee!
was like a UFO moment.